Hello YouTube, episode 3 of my Call of Cthulhu blind run. Let's take a little look at what's going on.
I know the place.
Oh, the doctor knows the doctor? The copper knows the place. Well, you know, what use is a haunted mansion if the lights can't flicker and turn off, right? I mean, that's what haunted mansions are all about. Flickering lights. Don't wander off on your own, mate. Just wait for me, okay? It doesn't look very burned, does it? Oh, he said they were in the living room, not the dining room. This is interesting.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
Ooh.
What does this tell me?
This tells me they have some unusual dietary habits. What is this? Is this roast nebri from Dark Crystal? That's a very similar look. But what is... Look at this damn creature, okay? We're seeing a couple of eyes on it, right? A couple of eyes right there. Yet no internal organs or bones. Even cartilage not there. Okay, well, let's not think too heavily about that. Let's go into the special mode and start piecing together what happened in the past. Let's figure out a little bit of this mystery, piece by piece. Okay, so... Okay, the room's in muted tones. Let's not overlook anything. Sure, the dinner is saying inspect me, but maybe there'll be more to this room. I'm going to look around the outside. Okay, we've got a portrait here. Mumsy, Babesy. And is that misty, incoherent thing in the background Dadsy? Maybe. Let's have a little look over here. We've got the fireplace. This is probably the source of the fire, right? Makes sense. 7 o'clock. Is that... That's a bit fucked up, isn't it? The big hand's pointing right on the 12, but the little hand's a little beyond the 7. Clock's fucked. Oh, well. Maybe that's it. Maybe maybe the room was on fire and they thought, oh, we've got plenty of time. Look at the clock. Nothing like a medicine roll to make you worry about food. Let's have a little look.
What kind of meat is this?
Quite. This is exactly what I was thinking. I am this guy. Oh, hello, the chair's been knocked over. Was that like that before? Okay, what's this?
This place is for the head of the family. Charles Hawkins.
Okay. Check out that hipster hair. Man, the 1920s were on point, apparently. He doesn't look very happy, does he? He's probably standing up and saying, what the fuck is this meat? I mean, I'm expecting that at least. So, am I supposed to be exploring any other table settings? Find the fire scene, he says. He being the game. Well, there's the fire. Am I supposed to be walking through the whole building in this mode, or is it just this room? Let me check the doors. Nope. No. Okay, am I... Oh, hello. Ah! Okay.
The boy was probably here.
Okay.
Smashed his plate on the floor.
Ooh. Terrible little lad. Let's have a look under the table. Anything interesting? No, not yet. Has anything else become colourful? Ah, here we go. Well, I say colourful. Gone sepia tone is probably more right. Ooh, psychology.
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else?
Well, I mean... Personally,
something happened at this table. An argument?
He's a very good detective if he's getting all of that from what's available. Is there actually anything else just before I abandon? I don't want to think the game's tricking me into leaving stuff undiscovered. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
That's something
Working,
like that.
officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
We've seen several lamps knocking around. I don't know why we couldn't have picked one up and carried it with us like that, lad. I mean, we've had lamps before in the game. Ah, I knew it. Here we go.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
1920s car, a little bit more than middle class, aren't they? Look at this fucking house. Jesus Christ. If this is middle class, boy. Okay. Sure. Fucking hell. Got some money. I suppose you can be rich and middle class. It's entirely possible. Anything else lying around that we missed in investigation mode? The windows. All very spookums. Oh. That's a tree. Sorry, I thought there was some kind of enormous gnarled hand sticking out through the window, but no, it's just a tree. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've tweaked the graphics settings just a little bit, just turned them down just a notch, and the frame rate is much nicer. Got books. Any of these could be a medical tome or an occult tome that learns us a little bit more occult. That one hasn't fared well, has it? It seems to have picked up a bit of mould. Mind you, the walls seem to be rife with the stuff, so... No, these written pages are not of investigatory interest. Yeah, there's the fire room, obviously, but let's not dive in too quickly.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just to stop along the way.
Okay. Ooh, spooky. Thunderbolts. Right, what have we got here?
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Well, he does appear to be standing next to pyramids. Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer. Oh, hello.
I can't watch but ooh, how exciting.
Ooh, how exciting. Yes, text-to-speech guy. Thank you for the bits, Rando. Text-to-speech guy, as ever, fully expressing the emotion inherent in any statement he makes. Okay, there's nothing on the back. I wonder if there ever will be anything on the back of something that I'll get to look at and go, haha, it made it worth it spinning every object in the world around. Anyway, Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Now, don't get me wrong. Pyramids probably do classify as exotic ruins, but that's a very generic phrase for something so literally iconic. I mean, the pyramids. If you say the pyramids, it's kind of like saying the Queen. The first place people's mind go is, oh, those pyramids. They're not thinking, oh, do you mean the ones in South America or the ones in Egypt? Come on now, game. Come on now, game.
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Are you for real? Too much rubble? Okay, we'll go through the burned room, which obviously shares a door with that corridor. Let's see what we can find. Maybe it's a bit insensitive coming in here with a lighter out.
Let's see if I can find something the cops
we'll
missed.
See. Okay, what did the Copperinos misseroo? Excuse me. Coughing and spluttering all over the place like some kind of dying old man. Disaster. Okay, so what have we got in the fire scene here? This peripheral misting is somewhat... Hello!
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
We know that. Unless he was buying all that beer from the pub, you know, for some other reason. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, look, there was a painting here.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
'Cause it's a dirty Cthulhu picture? Or, well, some kind of squiddy, wet monster creature. I mean, it's called the Call of Cthulhu. It doesn't necessarily mean that Cthulhu will make an appearance. Might have some kind of cameo, but we'll see.
They had a fight. Why?
'Cause he's a boozy bastard? Okay. Oh, hello! Look, we've got another hidden doodad. Good, I'm glad I got all this spot hidden. Come on. Gonna let me do this? Yeah, there we go.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
It was probably while her husband was smacking her around. Oh, hello. Okay. Now she's lying on the table. Okay, so I found all the spot hidden objects, apparently. That's good. Let's have a little look. I think that's what the little tick in the corner means, but I'm not sure.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Well, I don't know. Probably, right? Or at the time the fire got hot enough to melt the clock's internal workings, perhaps.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Maybe they're having a fight. Now, let me just go out on a limb here. I'm going to get a little bit frisky with my deductions. Oh, hello.
Did someone escape the fire?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, probably, by my estimations. Right, let's have a little look here. So my guess, it's getting a bit wild. Some kind of ritual of child sacrifice. She didn't like it. She fought him over it. He knocked her out. Donk there on the table. He gets pissed up and unhappy. And then burns? No, that doesn't work. Maybe he's covering for a murder. I mean, it's either him or her who's escaped, judged by this adult frame. And the fact that the child's left a greasy, burned mark on the floor kind of indicates that perhaps they didn't get out of here alive. But no evidence for the other two bodies. Okay, there's a few Call of Cthulhu-esque scenarios that might explain these things, but okay. I think we found everything, right? The lamp, Oh, sorry. Is that... Yeah, the lamp, the shoe, the fight, the clock, the painting, and that. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm just going to be very careful, make sure we don't miss any little pointers. Those rascally spot hidden ones are a little bit... you have to get pretty damn close for them to show up. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, cutscene!
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
The whole room's burned up, but there's still visible blood.
This was a fight.
Pretty serious fight if you're throwing a lit lamp at somebody.
Someone fell here.
Yeah, yeah.
A desperate attempt to flee.
So how come he didn't set the rest of the house on fire? Well, I'm assuming it's him. How come they didn't set the rest of the house on fire if they're barreling through it ablaze? Oh, it's some jet. Oh no, too much fallout. It's oh, I thought it was a military medal. It's a toy soldier.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
It's burned. The fire wasn't just an accident. The clues don't match. It's official. The police botched this investigation. Well, let's not rile him up unnecessarily. A man who wears such a massive belt so high on his body must have some issues, so we don't want to trigger him into attacking us. Let's say the fire wasn't just an accident.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
The couple had a fight.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Going through this door is the only way to be sure they had a fight, is it? Maybe? Maybe whatever's on the other side. Oh, we got a character point. Shall we invest? I think we should invest. How many have we got? We've got 2 needed for that one. I've got 3 available. Maximum spot hidden. Yes. So what is our next skill? I can't remember. Did I say investigation or psychology? 6 to the next, 4 to the next, 4 to the next. I don't want to bother with strength. Okay, these 2 can't be improved by investing points. That's fine. I don't mind that. I'm thinking investigation, because spot hidden and investigation seem like a marriage made in heaven. Let's do it. There we go. So we're heading up to a very spotty investigator. Okay. Back out. Nothing will miss our steely gaze now.
Don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Sure, no problem. I'm not going to tell anybody except everybody I talk to, because it's part of my investigatory technique. Why are we ignoring this door up? Ooh. W2F? Ooh, ratty. Is that a brown Jenkin we've got here, or just a regular rat? Vanilla rat, I see. Okay. So... was I supposed to be facing the right way? Damn it, why did I go and look at that door? Too curious, that's my problem. History of medicine in the 18th century. This collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. Okay, cool. I still get some extra medicine. That's nice. Let's have a look. How far are we on? 1 point. So the next book we get... Jesus, to max it out, how many... We must have to get hundreds of these things. Maybe one of the scenarios will be set in a medical library. Or do I need to actually spend them? Have I collected them and not spent them? Let's have a quick peek and make sure that's not the case. No, we're all good. We're all good. Let's check our sanity. Have we just gone a little bit madder? No, apparently we're just as sane as we were. Okay, that's weird lightning. Go weird lightning, you're making everything go dark. Weird lightning, go weird lightning. Go weird lightning, you're flashing and then I can't see. Weird lightning, go weird lightning, this is bad. I should stop. Weird lightning, do 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 do. What do we got here? Bandage.
These bandages are covered in dried blood.
Mm-hmm.
But whose?
Hopefully not the coppers. Anything interesting on these shelves? Any medical books? Anything on the floor? Never turn down a book in Call of Cthulhu. They are the key, well, and the danger, actually. I mean, traditionally in the game... Oh, I thought that was some scratch marks from that bookcase, and then I thought, why would you put it that far away from the wall? And then I realised it was a ladder. Okay, books. Yes, as I was saying, the tomes and such in Call of Cthulhu are an integral element of play. A book is nearly always the answer to every question, or at least contains the answer to every question. Oh, hello, what have we got here?
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
Clay Cree says there is now nothing you can't spot. You could spot the underbelly of a mouse from 100 Ow! Oh. Okay. Okay, it just burns the fingers, that's all. You don't have to worry about it necessarily. That worries me, though, that some spot hidden stuff isn't going to appear. Is this the front door? This looks like a grand hallway, doesn't it? And the front door should be boarded from the outside.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Well, at least I remembered that accurately. It's good. Unusual for me, in fact. Normally, as Rice's pointed out last night, my memory doesn't expand beyond 30 minutes. Mind you, when it's this kind of carry-on. Hello, we've got something for the spot hidden to spot in here, haven't we? Did that disappear over here? Oh! Oh, he's still knocking around, is he? Fair enough. Let's do some crawling on the floor, make sure we haven't missed anything low down. Is the spot hidden thing still over here as well? Maybe there's traces, like burned fingertip marks on the wall where the lads run through the house on fire. Whoa. More dark lightning. I don't like the dark lightning, but it'll do. It kind of ties in neatly to the little reference to the dark crystal I made earlier with the roast nebri. What am I doing? Oh, I keep seeing the thingy flash.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Apparently, the idea that the monster from Frankenstein is actually a stitched-together series of human bodies reanimated isn't actually 100% true to the books. Okay, the spot hidden thing isn't... Okay, that's weird. Anyway, apparently the idea of the monster being a sort of like stitched together collection of body parts of other people is more from the film, from the Boris Karloff movie, whereas in actuality, in the book, it's more of a sort of alchemical construct. Hello.
Oh, excellent. Where did you put it?
In the front room.
Must walk straight past it.
You did. It's on the floor. Could I have a coffee?
In a minute.
Okay.
I'm still up to my eyes and things. I've just finished doing the soap.
Okay. We've got a pumpkin surplus in the house right now. Kel's very carefully hollowed them all out for the kids to start working on, but it's left us with an enormous quantity of pumpkin to cook. But thankfully, pumpkin soup is very nice.
And so I've roasted pumpkin seeds.
Yes, roasted pumpkin seeds are also very nice, but you don't get as many of them. You get way more soup than you get pumpkin seeds, because the pumpkin seeds are so nice, they disappear in a couple of days.
Hours.
Whereas hours, yeah, you can't eat pumpkin soup all day long. Anyway, sorry about that. Bit cheeky asking for a coffee, but I will. Oops. Right, let's carry on. Anything interesting up here?
I need you to go in the loft when you get back.
Okay.
And get the Halloween stuff done.
No problem. Right. Love you. Sorry about that. Right, so there's no stuff to uncover up here. I quite like the way there's stuff that depends on your stats to discover, and you may or may not see it at all, depending on what you've invested in. Although, I feel like, thinking about it, unless it has a New Game Plus style mechanic going on, I don't see how a lot of the early things could be done successfully, unless it's the one thing you've gone in for. So, like, as I mean, like at the early psychology rolls and stuff like that, surely there's, they've got to be a lower difficulty, otherwise there's no way you could possibly succeed them. I mean, I hope they've considered that. Okay, I'm not seeing the secret item thing here. So as I walk down here, There, it pops into line here. What have I not seen? What have I not seen? Something on the floor? No, we've crawled around on the floor. Can I get behind these stairs? No. Okay, we've missed something, but what? Can I push that? No. Any thoughts, people? Anyone in the gallery got an idea? Okay, no, the symbol's gone. Okay. The ladder. Let's look at the ladder. What's on there? Anything interesting? Nothing on the ladder. So it's in this room. Is it this painting up here? I mean, surely a painting doesn't qualify for a spot hidden, right? Through here, anything intriguing? Some furniture up against the door, picture on the wall. Ah! Hey! Hey! A crowbar found in Hawkins Manor. It probably belongs to the caretaker Silas.
A crowbar.
Excellent.
Could prove useful.
Yeah, damn straight it will. And we found the spot hidden item. See? It was worthwhile all along. All the sneaky looking around, and now I've got a crowbar, which is going to help me bypass some bullshit later on, no doubt. Okay, right. Let's go talk to old Copperoony. We've looked at this already.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Old
Dated 1818.
Old Mary Shelley. So, okay, he's just wandering around in here. Doesn't seem to be any spot hidden stuff to find. Let's not talk to him yet. Let's explore. Hello. Love a good book.
Moby Dick. Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Okay.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
I guess too. I think if you, I mean, maybe not. It's not a factual manual or anything. It's not like some kind of didactic script. It's just a story. So maybe not. Do people commonly prefer to read things that include their profession? Oh, hello.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
No shit. Can I like that?
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Okay, presumably he's getting that from the cobwebs. Oh, more dark lightning. Does he vanish? He doesn't vanish. I thought he vanished when the lightning happened, but apparently that's just me. Just me being a silly dingus. Anything under here? Any bookies? Bookie wookies? No? What's behind the painting? Anything? Not really. Okay, what's the painting of? A room. It has a little bit of the look of Vermeer about it, but I'm not sure. Oh, hello.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
I can't help but think we've already received that piece of information, that little info nugget. Okay, what have we got here? The human body, a comprehensive analysis. What the hell is that picture on the cover? Just like a set of dangling disembodied organs? Oh, it's a worn-away heart. I see the aorta and the ventricles, and then there's a caduceus on the front as well. Anything on the back? I'm going to spin everything round, just in case someone may have scribbled a note on the back of a book. Got a bit more medical skill. So but there's no way, you see, that whale at the beginning. Hello, Nunchaku Chaku, welcome back. That whale at the beginning, it makes me think that there's no way we could possibly have successfully got any more information out of that, because there's no way we could have got more medical skill. Okay, still going around here. What have we got here? Oh, another family portrait. Can't look at it though. It's not as interesting as the one by the car without Dadsy in. Just Mumsy and Babsy. Okay. A lot of these busts of quite melty looking lads. Lads with a face of wax. Warm, nay hot wax. Hot wax. What have we got here? Anything on the table? Sur la table? Is that on? That's under the table, isn't it? Dans la table? I don't know. Maybe one of our francophonic speakers will be available to translate.
This piano is in disrepair.
That's a fucking harpsichord, mate.
Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Or is it? I don't see any hammers. Yeah, mate, this is a harpsichord. I'm reasonably confident it's a very small piano if it's not. Of course, for those of you who don't know the difference, I'm sure none of you do, or don't, rather, a harpsichord plucks the strings, whereas a piano hits them with hammers. Little tiny felt-covered hammers. Right, Cop, it's time to chat. Or do I check the steps first? Anything interesting here? Any of these books of interest? I'm going to crouch down and look at them. Cop's probably wondering why I'm crawling up the stairs on my hands and knees, but you know what? Let's have a chinwag with him before we head up here. I feel like he's staying down there. Everything he's going to say is going to be okay. Interesting looking fella. Doesn't appear to be a member of the last family. Hello, has this thing got like a... Why is there a bust of Skrillex here? See, I'm hip with the kids. I know who Skrillex is. Melty Skrillex. Probably pronouncing his name wrong.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
What, the creak or the lightning? Because I definitely heard the lightning. And I also heard the creak.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Okay, so we've looped round.
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Mm-hmm. Follow me up here. Come on. It's a very ornate-looking little light fitting, isn't it? Okay, let's start with a little peek over here. Anything on the table? They do a lot of writing, didn't they? I'm pretty sure the guy was a writer by trade, right? Sure. Why would I think... I could be wrong here, but I think the reason these lamps are all green... Oh, thank you. I think the reason these lamps are... Just got coffee, by the way. I'm not kissing you guys. Get out of here. Don't be so vain. The reason these lights are lamp is I think they're using limestone, like lime light, like they used to do on the stage, and I think that has a little bit of a green glow to it, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. If anyone cares to... Holy shit, that's hot. Ow. If anyone cares to hit the wikis, I'd be interested to know. Is this a historically authentic thing, or is it purely video game aesthetic? Oh. Oh, okay, it's a fucking balcony. I'm sitting out there going, why is the garden so high? Oh? A little bit too dumb, really. A little bit too dumb of a response. Okay, anything interesting here? Cobwebby books. Was that light coming through the gap between the floor and the wall, just above the skirt? Not at all sinister. So, what are we looking at here? Ah, hello.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Last night, after my stream, I was good to my word, and I watched Tom from the Yogscast play the first part of the game. He hasn't got as far as we have, so I haven't got any spoilers out of it. But it's interesting to see how people do things differently. Although it does also give you a sort of peek behind the curtain as to the mechanical nature of where the decisions lie.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
I thought you said that they had been here since the 1400s. Anything? No? Oh, hello. Little stack of books there with some interesting facts.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Okay, well, you'd expect to find at least one. Thank goodness, because if they were getting all of their ideas from Moby Dick, they were going to have some pretty dramatic capers. Okay, what have we got over here? Another book? Man, imagine if they'd got, like, loads of out-of-copyright old books from the 1920s and just made every single fucking book an actual book. You could do that. It's relatively straightforward. You wouldn't actually have to write anything, and as long as the books are period specific, they should be out of copyright, right? 1924 is out of copyright. Depends where you are, I suppose.
There's something disturbing about this.
Oh, the painting. We're looking at the painting. What about the skull sitting on a pile of books with the dead flowers? It's very goth. That looks like Cyclopean architecture. Cyclopean architecture being lifted from the ground by a whirlwind. By the way, just in case anyone's in the same position I was until fairly recently, Cyclopean, or Cyclopean, however you decide to pronounce it, means made of large monolithic masonry blocks.
20,000 leagues under the sea.
I thought it meant one-eyed.
Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
A rare edition of Jules Verne's novel. Okay. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It was one of my favourite films as a kid. I absolutely loved it. I call it Unborn Octopus. Can we open that? No? Oh! Come on! That's not cool. I thought I was all clever and smart finding that crowbar, and now the crowbar just sitting by the door upstairs. That's cheeky. That's cheeky. Don't spit in the face of my investment. Come on. Okay, so we've looked at every surface, checked under all the chairs. What's that banging noise? What's going on there? Okay, around here. Anything over here? Ah, teacup.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
No, a letter, not a teacup. Nothing on the back. Dear Sis, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I can't read, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Do you reckon he's Wellard? A real tough guy? Okay, so we got the letter of complaint. The locals were asking that she be committed to an asylum for the disturbed, I suppose. Nothing here. There's this. Is this a different set? Oh, this is the stairs that I couldn't get up before. Don't let me just waltz over the top of it and not be able to get back up. That would be supremely irritating. Okay. Okay, he does seem very reluctant to climb. Hello, JC Experience. Welcome back to the stream. Down with the sickness, indeed. Ooh-ah. Well, this looks like the kind of thing that you get pushed off. Let's crawl, so we've got a lower centre of gravity before anything rushes down this corridor and gives me a little bit of jip. Okay, what have we got here? Anything interesting in the corner? I feel like I need to illuminate this bit to actually get any value from my searchings. Was I saying something before I got distracted? I feel like I've abandoned a tangent just a few moments ago, and now nothing. Don't drop down. Good. I don't know why I was testing it. I don't know why I was pushing myself. Okay, you not coming? The policeman not coming? No, he has no interest. What have we got here? Anything fun time? You know what? I love this game already. This is just the kind of thing I like. It's kind of like one of those walking simulators. We got scratches on the floor here, boys. Why you no give me? Oh. It's like one of those walking simulators, but with a little bit more mechanical, flavour to it. And I like a bit of mechanical flavour. Mechanism. Oh, look at that, straight away. Ah, the key that opens the door to Sarah Hawkins' office was concealed. Does sitting it there count as being concealed? I'm not sure it does. I feel like it was just there and, maybe if I'd noticed like a book or a bust or something that was slightly wonky, tilted to the side, and then moved it and found the key, I would say that was hidden. But this... Okay, the scratches are obvious. They're too obvious to be considered something you need a spot hidden check for. Let's open this door. There we go. Hey, we got the key. And we got a lovely... Should we light these candles? Get a better look of the... Oh, God, that bust. So I swear some of these busts are placed solely to make you go, oh, there's somebody there. Oh, another door. A recessed door. Interesting. So any books? Is this where the fruity books are kept? Can I light these candles? No, for a bit of reassuring... Oh, that's not reassuring. Anything on the table over here? Doesn't look like it. Just a quill and some scribbled script. Ah, here we go. Something.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together, and forever it will bind us. Charles Hawkins scribbled a kind word to his wife. So he did. He did love her, apparently, even though he beat her up for some reason. I used to love her, but I had to beat her. Probably because you're a dickhead, right? Hello, what have we got here?
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Okay, page 1 left. January to April. Painting for Boston Client, 230. Painting for JF, 170. Boston Client, 200. You reckon that's her dad collecting paintings? Painting for FS Exhibition, 350. Ooh, big payday. Holy shit. And then page 2 right. Matt to August. What? Surely you mean March. Or May. May, more likely. I can't believe it. There's a typo in the game. Oh dear, From Software. Maybe I should file a bug report. Unless that's a clue. Maybe I'm just too dumb to understand the clues. Account book, okay. So, JF, he's had 2 paintings, 270. FS for an exhibition. Is that sold at exhibition, I wonder? Probably. 410. FS seems like a real sucker for the paintings. Mind you, they were all bought at exhibition, so maybe they turn up in person, pay a premium? I don't know. I don't know.
The last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders.
Hey, what? I missed that.
I wonder why.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, come on, let me take the magnifying glass. It's like the iconic symbol of private detectivism. Okay, let's close those. Painting frame, rather.
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
Oh dear. My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilien L. Oh, Maximilien. Fancy. Let me just have a quick swig of this here coffee, which is probably still scalding hot. Oh, God. How come all the boys are melty, or Skrillex, and the lady's just as pristine as she should be? I wonder, lots of blank canvases here. This must have been her painting room, right? Her office room. Anything else before I start looking at the occult symbol? Okay, let's look at the occult. Can you hear that? It's an ASMR circle. Oh my god. Okay, as soon as I look at this, we're going to start hearing cuddy noises. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Oh, too hot still. Let's wait for it to cool down a little. Maybe open the door here.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Boo! Boo. Right, let's see if we can get our lighter back out. There we go. Right. Occultism.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
She was just mad keen for ASMR before there was YouTube and podcasts, so she had to use eldritch circles to summon her tingles. That's what it was all for. That's what it was all for. I wonder how many other people made that joke. I bet a number of people. I bet there's a lot of people walked into that circle when they were streaming it and made an ASMR joke. If I stand in that circle for too long, I'm going to go crazy. That much.
Bradley?
What?
Is that you?
Hello? Was that door opening, or was that already open? The thump sounded like it came from elsewhence. Let's just check to see if Bradley's still strutting his stuff down in the lower chambers. Actually, I should run. Don't crawl. Come on, scoundrel. That's the wrong key. Oh, I need to reposition my mouse. My wrist is killing me. Right, where's Bradley? Bradders? No, he's still doing his little lantern strut down there. He thinks all the clues are in that room. Although, unfortunately for him, I think he could be wrong. Okay, a little bit of a explore. What have we got here? Is that where the noise came from? The door falling in? I feel like that one was shut before, but Oh, there's another door here. Okay. Let's give this one a little go. Oh! Oh, the kiddies' room is dark. We're in darkness. Hello. Oh, that's just a reflection. I thought that was on very, very low. Okay. Alright, let's have a little explore. Creepy kiddie room. Oh, the spot hidden symbol's flashing. Let's close the door. Anything behind it? No. Okay, what do we got here?
The boys' room.
Oh. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. That's not the song, isn't it? Hello, Clay Creed. I'm scared. Don't hold me. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Nice little series. Well worth a watch. Don't watch it with your kids around, though. That will poop them up no end. Sorry, just having a little swig of the old coffee there. What have we got here? A little car wagon thing. A little fortress made of books. If I might say, this is actually a very good fortress made of books. What have they done for the... Oh, I thought we had something under the gables, but no. No. Well, obviously that is going to be the first thing I'm supposed to look at. Or that. Let's look at the pictures first. They look like they've been highlighted. Nope. But that doesn't look great, does it? They look kind of like night gaunts, maybe, the winged things. I don't know. I'm trying to apply it to my knowledge of the role-playing games, the tabletop games cast of creatures, but... Hello? Why are you in sepia? Okay, well, we have to do the soldiers first, apparently. Let's have a
The
look.
child's fort.
Oh, look,
What
yeah.
threat was Simon protecting his world?
The cushions are the giveaway. I thought it was just a dust sheet, but no, you're correct. Okay, he's got sleeping pills. Ah, so if we look at the whatever. Come on, let's here we go. Let's just follow these clues, this trail, and then we'll look at the room.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Yeah, there we go. There's the sleepy pills. So the kid was the one they were giving sleeping pills, presumably.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Chronic insomnia? Although I'm expecting some kind of inherited...
What nightmarish vision
Curse.
could have inspired them?
How about...
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Okay, I was going to say... oh, JC. I was going to say that... Oh, you've knocked the idea out of my mind now. I had an actual pertinent investigatory point. Yeah, when he said what could possibly could have yielded these nightmarish visions, I was going to say nightmares. The lad must have spent significant time asleep. So, he's got ample opportunity to have nightmares. Okay, let's leave the reconstruction scene. We don't need to stay in here anymore. Frank L. Baum. I watched a really good video, which is kind of a bit conspiracy-ish, all about how a guy was saying that The Wizard of Oz was written as an allegory for... a bottle of sleeping pills is on the floor. An allegory for the introduction of fiat currency in America, and the Yellow Brick Road has all this symbolic
The
stuff.
argument
It's
that led
amazing.
to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Okay. Simon's private journal. He seemed worried about his mother and her attacks. Tension also seems to be growing between the Hawkins couple. Could the fire be the result of an argument? Well, we've already established that, haven't we? Can we read this? Today with Mother, we played... something Godin, but she is still sad. I hate it when she is sad. Is she angry with Father? Father asked me. No, Father scolded me. He shouted loud and wanted to... Okay, well, we'll delve deep into this later on. He's got a nice little art style, though. This reminds me of Jonan Vasquez's... what's his name? The Stickman figure. Happy Noodle Boy. Nice comic. I like that comic. Okay, so let's do a bit more exploring. Let's quickly, hopefully, reset the timer on the old lighter. There we go. And now it won't fizzle out at an inopportune moment. Is this everything? Is that all the kids' room yielded? I could have sworn there would be some more interesting stuff, right? But we have found all the spot hidden stuff, so everything else should be relatively obvious. Okay. Out we go. I can have egress. Sweet, sweet egress. Okay, let's not follow Clawboy's marks. Let's go here. Have a look in this room. Another dark one.
What will her room reveal about her?
All sorts of stuff, no doubt. Can we open this from the pentagram side? Oh, come on. I'm not succeeding in that. I haven't put... Oh, I have put points in investigation, but just a little bit.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Okay. Well, we'll find some other... Hang on a minute. I've got a friggin' crowbar in my hand. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Although, did the cop ask me not to damage anything? What's behind her modesty screen? Anything? Oh, hello.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Oh dear. Happy Noodle Boy, Happy Noodle Boy is, if you know Invader Zim, before the guy who invented that did that cartoon, he had a comic book series called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which I really loved when it came out. So much, in fact, that I bought 2 copies, and I think I still somewhere have mint condition copies of the initial print run. Oh no, it was the reprint, because the initial one was completely tatty. I used to carry it around in my back pocket. But anyway, I used to love those comics. They may not have aged as well as I think, but really good. Really good. Dr. Thomas Fuller, Riverside Institute. It has one of the lines in it. What was the line? Oh my god, someone put shit in my pants. It's marvellous. So, date, 7th to the 21st, 24th. I'm constantly expecting to see 77 from playing Fallout 4. my mind is still sort of halfway between the two games. 75 milligrams of amobarbital sodium to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as required. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams of phenobarbital up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during the period of treatment. Dr. Thomas Fuller. Take to Darkwater General Store. Okay. So did you write any notes on the back? No.
That's a massive dose.
Okay.
Was Sarah violent?
Is he a barbiturates fanatic?
Barbiturates?
Enthusiast?
Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as a depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that I know something. Oh, he's a barbiturates boy. He likes a little bit of the old barbiturates. Maybe not. What am I doing? Okay, anything under the bed? Can't see because of the... Is that called a valise? Or it's just a long sheet, isn't it? I think the valise goes over the... I don't know. What do you want from me? Am I supposed to be some kind of expert in bedcraft as well as... Oh, bedcraft sounds like something else, doesn't it? Sounds fairly euphemistic. Madam, if you follow me back to my lair, I will display a fine show of bedcraft. Ah, here we go. Let's have a little look. Okay, so these are similar to the kids' drawings. So she, perhaps, her visions perhaps have been passed on to the child. Maybe. It's unfortunate that I keep thinking of Lovecraft's cat's name while watching this. What was Lovecraft's cat called? I don't know. I saw a photo recently on Reddit of him carrying, or holding at least, a cat. Excuse me with the hiccups. But I have no idea if it was his, and what the name of said cat was. How would I describe this game? I would describe it as somewhat of a hybrid between a point-and-click adventure of the modern style, very similar to the Sherlock Holmes games and stuff like that, and a walking simulator of the sort of horror genre. You know, when you get those games where it's basically there's no real mechanical interaction or sort of stakes in terms of win, lose, fail state kind of things. It's I imagine there's probably going to be some scenarios where I can die and it'll be like back to the last save point. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I would say it's a kind of adventure-y game with that sort of walking simulator investigatory element to it. Sarah Hawkins' sketches look more like a gallery of horrors than anatomical studies. Do they represent what haunts her nights? Interesting. Oh, we've got some progression in occultism. Let's have a look and see how far we are away from point 2. Oh wait, that's overall percentage. Oh, okay. Okay, right. I see. So we've got... The only skill we have above 50% is our spot hidden. But that's okay. How's our sanity doing? We still holding it together? Good. We'll look at the clues and inventory later on. For now, there is more investigation to be done. We found all the spot hidden items, so presumably, unless there's something else knocking around. Oh, yeah, we checked that already.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
It's all right. It's the ASMR summoning circle room. A summoning MR or something. Can we open this cupboard? I feel like if I was an investigator, I would open that cupboard, but okay, apparently not. So let's go and follow old Scratchy. What's old Scratchy been doing? How long have I been British for? 38 years. And a bit. My birthday was in October. Oh, hello. Cutscene.
Is anyone there?
Good job we did leave it till last. Come on. I'm trying to be quiet, not to break the atmosphere. Show me the spookums. I'm a little bit disappointed how the pre-rendered cutscenes are actually coming out at a slightly lower quality than my actual in-engine footage. I mean, I know this is for people with lower graphics settings probably, but it's a little bit of a disappointment. Hello. Uh-oh. Not ideal. Oh. Whoa! Culty boy! Quick, after him!
You! Stop!
I'm holding down shift. Where are you? Come on, he went off the edge. Can I jump down? Yeah, I can. Boom. Come on, culty lad, where have you gone? Oh.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone.
God
I just
damn
heard
it.
some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Okay, right, let's, I want to investigate upstairs, but it is time
I'll cover you.
to have a little look around. May switch from one light source to another. Well, why would I
This
go to my
door
lighter?
was closed
Oh,
earlier.
we've only got a limited amount of fuel. What, sorry? What door? Oh, yeah, the one at the end of the corridor. Right, cool. Let's go in. Finally, they've trusted me
Where
with their
did he go?
lantern. Well, he obviously not in here. Let's
Seems
investigate.
like this came from a log.
Looks like it came out of a book to me. Ba-dum-dum. There we go. Monday the 24th of May, 1847. 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday the 30th of May, 1847. 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. 1st of June 1847. Blah blah blah. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only fear God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. And then later on, we have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We've caught it! It is the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. For years to come? Darkwater. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. Oh, we have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Skiller and Hamilton are only memories. Sorry? Okay, I don't know quite what we're looking at here, but fair enough. I'm sure it'll all fall into place later on as extra bits. What the hell?
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
No, but it is a room chock-a-block with clues, so we may as well give it a little look.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy
Hello.
very well.
There is a streamer on Twitch called Call of Cthulhu. That looks like him. He was playing this last night. In this photograph, Charles Hawkins and Captain Fitzroy are posing with a third man. They seem close. on
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph.
Oh, we've got a
Probably
secret.
another friend of Hawkins.
We've got a spot hidden roll to make.
It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
In what fucking world does that look like a map? Okay, sure. Because it has Darkwater Island, and oh, I see. There's an actual map underneath all the scribbles. Oh, okay, fair enough.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
So is this Daddy? Secret door. Let's get all the clues before we trigger that. Oh, a little bit of oil. Oil refill. The oil reservoir of your lamp has been refilled. Refills can be found in the levels. Nice. Good. Hadn't really used much light, but okay. Let's open this drawer. Nothing of interest. What's this map?
It looks like an old seaway map.
Somebody has added coordinates to this old sea map. They make up a journey. Oh, what's the betting that we'll be visiting some of these locations later down the line? I hope so. So this is the Scylla, the Skilla, whatever. The Prodigal, the Orpheus, and the Saint Claudine? Okay, so where did the Skilla go? That just stayed local, didn't fucking go anywhere. Everybody else, apart from the Orpheus, went miles away. Okay, did I look at the back? I did.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Oh, hello. More of those runes from the statue.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Okay. I'm not sure I would have jumped to the conclusion of Celtic, but sure. Fine. Hello, got a scrap.
Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
Okay. These letters have been opened, but visibly have not left Charles Hawkins' office. They are tied together by a carefully knotted braid. Why did Hawkins intercept his wife's mail? And why am I not getting the opportunity to actually read these? Just the existence of these letters is the clue. Let me try something. Here we go. Ah, that's a good idea. I've nestled my hot coffee between my legs. What could possibly go wrong? Apart from the overheating of my genitalia. Hello, what's this? That's the oil. Okay. Thought we had a book there. Is it just me, or are the melty boys getting meltier? They seem very melty. Very Ah!
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's not going to open here. This isn't a door. The bookcase is going to swing out. Fair enough. There's still spot hidden to be made. So we're not leaving until we've spotted all the hiddens. I'm going to be very diligent about that kind of cap. I thought I saw a little green flash. No? No. Okay. Keep looking, scoundrel. We know it's here. We have been warned. Ah!
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Okay, this is the switch. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Let's look at this bit over here.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. This panel is movable.
Ah, okay.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage.
Probably.
I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Oh dear, I've been recording for an hour. Maybe I should stop for a second. Oh, use the crowbar. Let's do nothing
I'd be
for
better
now.
off not touching them for the moment.
We've still got spot hidden stuff to find, which will happen for the YouTubers in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, my YouTubey friends, but this is the end of this recording. Bye!